this team has ever put together. This was a 20-plus pass sequence from back to front, side to side. And you think, are they just going to see the...
Rebounds loose. Fournette trying to dig it. Taps it to the perimeter. And Anunoby has it for New York. They have a chance to tie it or take the lead here. Here's Brunson in the lane. Layup for the tie's good. 4:48 to go. The Knicks have done it again, rallying down double digits. Madison Square Garden South here in San Antonio. 10 straight New York points. If you want to talk about putting yourself in Knicks lore, most points by a Knick in a finals game, passing Willis Reed, who had 37 in 1970. 42 points for Jalen Brunson. All three free throws gives him 43, and the Knicks have the lead with 3:40 to go. Brunson leaning in, gives the Knicks the lead back on a 15-footer. 45 points for Jalen Brunson. Knicks lead by 2. We go under a minute to play. Fox with 5, gives it to Wemby. Wemby floats for 3. No good with 1 second to go. It's over. At long last, for the first time in 53 years, the New York Knicks are the world champs. 53 seasons. A generational drought is over. And Jalen Brunson leads them with 45 points, embracing his assistant coach dad, Rick, in tears. Knicks 94, San Antonio 90. The Knicks are the 2026 NBA champions.
I hope you guys will listen to me, but he's a top 3 MVP candidate. You know, everybody kind of mentions his name in passing. They don't do it seriously enough. You know, people say he's too small. People say he's a 1B or a 2B or whatever. He is a freaking 1A. He is an MVP candidate. And I hope tonight you guys, and I'm talking to media more than the fans, but I hope you guys recognize what this man is about, because he is A1 MVP.
Tonight, we play like we wanted to go home champions. To finish the game, not to start the game, to finish the game. It means the world to me to play, go on that court with those guys. Whatever environment we're in, home or away, doesn't matter for us.
The Kansas City Royals. And now the Royals have runners at first and second with 1 out, and Michael Garcia, who drove in the first run with a single. 3:08 with runners at scoring. Grounded deep third, fair ball. Jensen scores. Caglione is going to be waved home. And it's a 2-run double for Garcia, who has driven in 3. And the Royals lead 4-0. On the ground, left side, Michael has it, inning over. Cruz gets the job done. He faces 2 and retires 2, and he and Kolek combined for 8 shutout innings. It has been a perfect day today in Kansas City as far as the weather goes, and we are 1 out away from adding to that with a 4-0 Royals win. And that's hooked on the ground to Massey, over to first, and Stephen Kolek, Stephen Cruz, and Daniel Lynch combined for a 5-hit shutout.
What an outing today for the Royals pitching staff. Certainly needed that one.
Yeah, I mean, the swing of the outcome of the game, but the emotion and wanting to go into the break on a high, there was a lot to deal with there in the last couple innings. And for those guys to battle through what happened in the top of the 9th and pick each other up, that speaks volumes to what these guys are all about.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday, June 15th, 2026. Stephen St. John and Todd Leabo and Jake Gutierrez and Deebs. Hope everyone's doing well today.
Your dreams were your ticket out. I was worried Friday you were just gonna go Branson mode, just like never come back.
Oh, I was in Branson mode, buddy.
I was scared that you were hanging out with Elvis. You were karaokeing.
We did it all.
To receptive crowds.
I paid a small fortune for old time photos. We've never really done that, So you know what? Let's go do this.
Gotta have it.
And of course, I bought them all,
But, yeah.
In this package, you get all the digital rights. And Julie was like,
"Oh yeah, you got to have the digital rights."
Like, you know how many Instagram posts I can get out of this? Because they did posts with me and Susan and the girls and all of us, and we opted, Victorian era, Old West, or 1920s Prohibition. So we were 20. We're 20s.
Yeah, you gambler. Yeah. So do you have the physical photos too, or is it all just digital?
Yeah, a couple of physical photos, and then the digital.
The digital rights.
There's a little sampler right there. I was going to buy all those.
All of them.
That's good, isn't it?
I think when I was a kid...
We never did that.
This is perfect for Julia. Nobody smiles.
And we spent way too much money, but I don't care. I love them.
I think we did that at Worlds of Fun once when I was a kid. Some old-timey photos.
Yeah, this is great.
Like Deadwood style.
No, it was awesome.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah. Went to my Dean Z, the ultimate Elvis. He was man, that was great.
Was he ultimate?
If I say it was good, man,
good Elvis.
I got high standards for my Elvis shows. It was really good. The girls were clapping along. They loved it.
What happened when you were just going to hang out at this cabin, not going?
We did for the most part. I mean,
when you left, you spent.
We only went out to eat once, and that was breakfast. I cooked breakfast every morning for the girls. I didn't miss out on a lot. I made some really good steak burgers. I made some good steaks one night.
Mm-hmm.
Made my mom's favorite when I was a kid. She used to make me. This is in some leaner years, but the at least Julia liked it. Scrambled eggs with weenies.
Oh yeah,
hot dogs cut up and tortilla. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a fine
hash
meal.
Browns. Oh yeah, we're loving that. So we had a great time. No.
But you came back.
Yeah.
You couldn't stay away.
I was very sad to come back, but we had a great time. We had a great time.
Well, we're glad you're back.
We spent one day at the pool.
Mm-hmm.
I got some sun.
Get some color.
Yeah. Swam around, did a little bit of everything. So it was very, very fun.
It's good for your back to be in that pool. Good exercise.
Yeah. Juju and I she went to the aquarium. Did that. So
what do they have down there? Lake Gar? Or they got sharks and stuff.
Yeah. Some stuff that she wanted to see. So it was really good. Very happy.
But you missed some typical Royals, some good, some bad.
I didn't really watch any Royals.
It's a different team now than when you left.
I know Vinny's out for 4 to 6 weeks with a hemibo injury.
Yeah.
Isbell's gone.
Isbell's gone. No good news on the pitching front.
Bubic
anyway. Did you see Seth Lugo get hit in the head?
Reagans, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's
interesting.
Stephen Kolek looked great yesterday.
Oh, where would they be without Stephen Kolek?
Look, and this is the danger of digging a hole and not being very good the first couple of months. Because now they're just down several rungs on the ladder when it comes to sports. And you brought it up, man, but I'm be honest with you, that's not what I was thinking. That's not what I'm thinking about. And you have the World Cup. You have what was, even though it only went 5 games.
Great games.
One of the best NBA finals that I've ever seen.
I really wish we had another game during the week here to kind of talk about.
Right.
It's too bad it's over and it was a Saturday night and all that stuff.
Well, hey, we watched that.
Oh, boy. It was
We
great.
did watch. Jake may or may not be surprised because we did spend a lot of time in the cabin.
Yeah.
We watched most of Mexico's victory.
Yeah.
We watched the U.S. men's national team and their victory. And we watched, I'm going to tell you what, man, if those cabins are pretty far spread out, but if my voice carries pretty well, the sound of I don't know what it was. It wasn't a scream, a shout or whatever.
The noise.
when OG Anunoby tipped that shot
ball
in. 'Cause we were watching that.
Yeah.
We were watching that, and I go, Sue, look at this. Sue, here, they finally, all this huge deficit. They got the ball here at the end with a chance to win it. I said, watch, Brunson's going to hit it. And I was a little surprised he pulled up and took that long three, and it hit the rim, and I'm just, and then when, like a superhero, OG comes out of nowhere and tips it in. I scared Susan jumped back, but I shouted so loud.
I think the other cabin.
That I was wondering,
what kind of cabin was this, Jake?
The stabbing cabin?
No, someone from another cabin was going to come and check on us. And I was like, "Can you believe?" I couldn't believe it. That's one of the best, individual
sports
moments you'll ever. First, I was going to say in the NBA Finals, you'll ever see.
Yeah,
you'll ever see. That was just.
It was shocking. Yeah,
and they still had 1.2 left to defend, and if Karl Anthony Towns had tipped that inbounds pass, who knows what would happen? But that moment.
It's incredible.
And here's the deal. I'm trying to get to as many things as I can in this opening segment. Because this is fresh on my mind watching that team. I love that Knicks team. And I know that we're pretty well trained in Kansas City not to like anything New York, and I get that. But I don't remember, and this has not aged well, but the last time I enjoyed watching a basketball team the way they played would have been the John Stockton, Karl Malone, Jeff Hornacek, Utah Jazz of the late 90s.
It's been a bit.
Right, that came up short against Michael Jordan. Yeah. But, I love Jalen Brunson, and I love the way he plays. And I love this clip that's been regurgitated from Becky Hammon, the longtime Spurs assistant coach and head coach of the WNBA, who was on NBA Today or on something.
Not an A1.
And just not an A1. They can't win a championship. And Kendra Perkins, they do have an A1. She's like, who? Jalen Brunson. And she was just so dismissive of him and so smug about it. And I'm glad that that's being regurgitated to show how foolish her comments were, along with a lot of other people. But she really put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jalen Brunson, he dropped 45 points.
That's right.
In that deciding game. And the last time a player scored 45 or more in a series deciding finals game was who?
Probably Jordan.
In 98 against the Jazz.
Yeah.
That was the last time that happened. All right, so you're wondering, how often does this happen?
Not a lot.
He dropped 45. It's and here's all the reasons why I love them and watching them play. Brunson, but also so many local ties. Jordan Clarkson, who played at Mizzou. Landry Shamet, who played at Wichita State. That's Park Hill High School.
Yeah.
That's my school district. That's right down the street from my house. That's where I go walk on their track. Park Hill High School star.
They allow you to walk on their track, huh?
Oh, yeah. A great relationship with the people there. And OG Anunoby, who freaking had, 33 and had that tip in? Anunoby, OG had an unbelievable series and was from Jefferson City, Missouri. So you had Jeff City, you had Park Hill High School, you had Mizzou all represented, you had Jalen Brunson, who was just my favorite player to watch in the NBA. That's awesome.
Makes Pete Sweeney happy.
Yeah. But look at all those ties, that reasons to like them. And the way they play basketball. And I love Karl Anthony Towns and the story about him being inspired by the loss of his mother. And the way he was criticized in his career. And him being able to come up big on the biggest stage. And man, I'm just not a Spurs fan. I never have been. And I don't like Wemby. And I know he's a young kid and everything else, but no shaking hands and every press conference. Oh, we dominated. We should, we're the better team. No, you're not. Did you win?
Games. They didn't deserve to win anything.
I don't care what percent of the games you led. And I think San Antonio led 72% of the time in this series. So what? Go get your first quarter trophy then.
Yeah.
What did you know what I want to know? What did you do in the fourth quarter?
They melted.
Where were you in the fourth quarter?
And listen, they were a great story because, Wemby's obviously going to be a great player and
super unlikable.
Very unlikable. Then he walked off the press conference stage, at the end after the game.
Hope I see you never.
Yeah, I mean, just a big baby.
There you go.
A big sore loser baby.
Say it.
And their coach, who I had no idea who it was until this last 2 weeks because I'd forgotten, I knew Greg Popovich was done coaching, but I'd already forgotten who the guy was. But listen, he did a great job to get them to where they are, but you lose a 29-point lead and just, it's kind of fireable offense stuff, how bad they were when it counted. So great run by the Knicks. I mean, historic run with the way they beat people down and the way they came back and won these games with all the pressure of being New York and blah, blah, blah. And all that stuff's great.
And on top of that, they made me look good because I won money on the Knicks in DraftKings. And on the show, I picked the Knicks to win. And on our NBA Finals preview, I picked the Knicks to win.
You know what you're doing.
So when they're talking about, hey, the media, F them picks, not my pick. I picked you.
Yeah, I think
I picked the Knicks.
I wonder, you never know. I mean, the Thunder blew their games against San Antonio. I think it would have been a different series there. They're a little more battle-tested. Much worse matchup probably for the Knicks. Doesn't matter. You have to make it to the deal. The crazy part is, they lost a couple games to the freaking Hawks in the first series. And the Hawks were no good, but then they just found their stride. You can get hot at the right time.
I like that robot that roams around the streets in New York saying, F. Trae Young. He's wearing an OG jersey. That robot should be in the
one thing I don't really like is, a lot of the Knicks fans are obnoxious.
A lot of fans of every team are obnoxious.
But they're especially obnoxious there. I didn't like to see the burned out school bus. I didn't like to see the physical assault of Spurs fans outside. That's bad stuff. That's not the whole group. That's a little bit of it. But
there's also a video of a Spurs fan beating the hell out of Knicks.
Yes, I don't like. There are horrible bad fans. There are bad people in the world.
Look at this. This was my favorite picture that made me happy. Jalen Brunson holding the MVP trophy, and they had Patrick Ewing come in and hold the championship trophy.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what? I love it when, because Ewing was right there, like that group of players that just weren't good enough.
They embrace
to win because of Jordan,
They embrace their history.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like, you talk to Timmy or Bill or something. When the Chiefs finally won the Super Bowl, they embrace their old guys. Everyone feels like they were a part of it. And there's a lot of Knicks players. It's been 53 years, who were very good players, and they feel like they're a part of it. Now, not Charles Oakley, right? They kicked him out of the building 10 years ago or something.
He was there, though, he was there on the road.
Yeah.
And he was there with his wife in San Antonio to watch Game 5.
Yeah. You just can't beat it.
Yeah, right. He doesn't get along with Dolan.
And those Knicks teams were fun back then. They just weren't good enough.
Right.
A lot of people weren't good enough.
But you know what, though?
Beat Jordan.
The other reason I liked it reminded me a lot of when the Chiefs finally won after 50 years.
50 years.
And there were a lot of good Chiefs teams that just weren't good enough.
Couldn't do it.
Because other stars at that time in the NFL just were better. And the same thing with the Knicks. They couldn't overcome Jordan and other great teams in the NBA and just couldn't beat David Robinson and Tim Duncan and the Spurs, right, when they played them. And so that reminded me a lot. Like, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
The over half of a century wanting your team to win and never seeing it and wondering if it's ever going to happen. And it was awesome.
Because it's hard to win it all, man.
Yeah, and it was awesome when it happened to the Chiefs, and it was cool to watch it.
Good for the Knicks.
But I thoroughly enjoyed watching that series.
They were fun games, man.
We're going to take a break, and we'll have Jake talk about So what night was the U.S. Men's National Team?
Friday.
I wasn't paying. Look,
Friday night.
Here's the deal. I didn't know what day it was. I love that.
Good for you.
I get in there.
Every day is Saturday.
And when I try to get on my vacation, I try to not know what day it is.
That was Friday night.
Every day is Saturday.
And so I want Jake to talk about that because that was a big performance from the U.S. Men's National Team. But unfortunately, sad news will end this segment with, which is just, Alden Smith, former Mizzou star, was a Kansas City area, guy that, I mean, like we know the issues that he had throughout his life, but one of the most talented football players I've ever seen in my life.
Ever.
He had 33 and a half sacks his first 2 years, which is still a record. Like 19 and a half sacks his second year. And he was just incredible in a Mizzou uniform. And it looked like there were a lot of signs that he had turned his life around.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing well after all the demons he battled and the roller coaster of a life that he had. I mean, I saw a picture yesterday of him, like with a stack of 10 pizzas. They were making a delivery to a charity for homeless people, and him and a couple other people that donated a bunch of food. And just hours later, they found him in a friend's car, dead, passed away.
36.
His friend said he was perfectly fine an hour before, and I come out and he was dead in my front seat. I'm just in shock. But earlier that day, they had donated, food to a homeless shelter, and I can't even pretend to know, everything that went on in Alden Smith's life and his story. We've seen most of it, pretty well chronicled. But what I can tell you is a couple of interactions I had with him. One, a company that was doing work on my basement back before he was a big star at Mizzou. He was working part-time for him,
Mm-hmm.
and he helped them resurface my basement. And I remember, my wife had said, "One of the guys who are working in the house plays for Mizzou." I go, "What's his name?" I go, she goes, "Alden Smith." I go, "He's really good."
Yeah.
Came home, sweet guy, talked to him for a while, signed stuff for the boys. And then one time he was in here with Trey Hobson and some other players talking about football camp they were putting on here locally. And like my interactions with him were nothing but positive. And I enjoyed having him and Trey and everybody in studio talking about their football camp. It just, anytime someone passes away that young, it's a tragedy. But then you just think about all the promise and all the talent he had.
Yeah. What could have been.
Yeah. He's still one of the best pass rushers I've ever seen. Jake, wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Guy was all pro. I mean, it came out of the box on just lighting the league up. I remember.
This is great. He could still be in the league. There are dudes who were.
I think it was his rookie year, he had 14 and a half, and the second year he had 19 and a half.
19 and a half,
He had 33 and a half his first 2 years.
Incredible.
I mean, it's absolute tragic. I mean, there were several stories going around that people were putting out that, that were just very, very moving and touching stories that people that he had an impact on their lives. And so, I mean, it's an absolute tragedy anytime somebody passes away that young. 36 is crazy, but it's I remember
that sucks.
Yeah, he was in here, and I remember Chadea went out to San Francisco and did a story on him early in his career, and so it's just life is precious. Life is absolutely precious.
That's the truth. And you know what? We'll also say something. Just all of our prayers to all the families and friends of the people that were killed in the plane crash
just south of
down
here
in Butler, Missouri.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are heartbroken over that. So, look, we'll try to keep it upbeat and talk sports and have fun, but there's some serious things, some bad things happened over the weekend that we wanted to acknowledge, and anyone that was affected by those, we're thinking about you. We'll keep you in our prayers. So we'll take a break, though. When we come back, we'll let Jake talk about soccer. He's got to be thrilled. I was thinking about Jake. He's got to be very happy with a 1-2 punch of Mexico and the United States looking good.
What a goal by Gio Reyna.
Let's see if Jake now has adjusted expectations for these two squads that he follows closely. We'll be right back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
You can try to minimize this. Big is what my life is, real under my eyelids. Rule it, go through it, get whatever out the way of winning, run to it. You gotta rule it, go through it, get whatever out the way of winning, run to it. Go! Kansas City! KC, baby!
Welcome back to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHP. I tell you pissed me off.
Who that?
This weekend. You know, I was on a cold stretch for a while, but then I've been on a run. I've been on a hot stretch. I've been on a run like the Knicks. I've been feeling it, right? I had... Well, that was a good one. That train wreck of a show had a nice parlay with Ngannou, Rousey, and Mike Perry. Anyway, Knicks, I had game 1. I won there. I had a 3-pick parlay with like Wemby, Brunson, and Karl Anthony Towns. And then I had a Knicks money line. Brunson 25 points, Wemby 12 plus rebounds, and I won that. And then I won the Knicks to win the series. And then
I was good early. I was on the Knicks early because they kept getting them points.
I was rolling, man. And then I had little Mexico money line to win, but I also had Mexico money line over 1.5 goals.
Bam,
to get me right. I'm feeling it.
Yes.
I'm feeling it. And then I went USA. Money line, like I'm feeling. Go. Keep going. Keep going.
Leabo crushed a parlay.
Yeah.
Okay, well here's my parlay.
We don't talk about the ones I miss on that.
This pisses me off. So you see right there, that's 7 bets in a row. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm like in my mind, go. What's next?
You ride the hot streak.
Double down.
I had one team F me on a perfectly good 4-team parlay.
Baseball?
No, soccer. I'm feeling it in soccer. You just heard me. Mexico, U.S. men's national team.
The Netherlands.
Mexico over 1.5. Go. You got this. Here's my 4-team money line parlay. All laid out perfectly. And guess what? I was counting my chickens before they were hatched. Moron. Okay, Jake, tell me where I went wrong here. Mexico money line.
Nailed it.
Give me the ding. Ding. So I'll open up.
I'll give you the cha-ching.
I'm winning. Okay. All right. I'm feeling good. Then guess what I had? USA money line.
That's right.
Leg 2 done. Then guess what I had?
You did Germany.
Something easy. Germany money line.
Complete
Boom.
sunshine pumper.
That's 3. And then guess who F'd me?
I think Jake nailed it.
No.
No?
Brazil?
Yep.
The draw.
Yeah.
That was honestly an awesome moment when they were losing and the dude from Morocco scored and went up on them. I was just like, that's kind of the fun part of the World Cup. That Germany was tied for a second, but then they did what they're supposed to do. Brazil, I don't know, maybe Brazil's not that good.
Well,
first game's tough.
I will root against them for the remainder of this tournament.
Got you.
That was a good game. Morocco's really good, though.
Yeah.
Morocco's really good.
Sneaky.
Brazil was only minus 145.
Right.
And that was the closest we'll see. Like Germany was minus 3,000. USA was minus 110. And then Mexico was minus 230. But then also had,
the tough part about these bets at this point is there's the draw.
Right.
Yeah.
But you pick those 4. And then I had a booster. I was getting like plus 500. Like, okay, come on. Come on, Brazil.
Do something.
Like, what the? I thought you were a world power in this. The hell's right? I don't know nothing. Let me tell you something. I'm out here with a blindfold on betting. I can barely name players on teams. And I'm on the edge.
He's bird boxing it.
Satisfaction of a 4-team parlay to open up the World Cup. I'm winning with the United States. I'm winning with Mexico. I'm winning with, I don't know, over 1.5 goals. Should I? I'm stupid. I'll do it. Win. Go, Steven, go. Brazil. Ha!
Yeah, Morocco is the 7th-ranked team in FIFA. Just
What's what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no. Morocco's really damn good.
Well, I had to do something.
Yeah, do something
to make it worth my while to get my odds up. Come on, man.
Brazil.
Ha! Netherlands got me yesterday. I was like, I almost cashed out. I'm like, no, we're good.
And then bang.
I almost cashed out too. I almost cashed out.
I hate that. It's only like a couple bucks. So yeah, but it's like I want the satisfaction.
I just never will.
Being right.
I had another. This is gambling. You know how gambling works. Gambling's gambling, right? So I had another parlay for the U.S. game. I had my stuff. I had the United States winning. I think I had over 2 goals in the match. I had a Balogun score, an assist, or whatever. But I also had over 4.5 corners.
You're telling me about that, like,
And at the last 5 minutes
I
of
have
that
a gambling
match,
problem.
the last 5 minutes of that match, I can't. Well, one time the ball actually hit the goalkeeper's finger.
Yeah, that was a bad, and they didn't call it.
They didn't call it.
Yeah,
so that cost money. And there were times they dribbled down in the corner and like done what you generally do. It was incredible that they didn't get 2 more
than
corners.
4. Yeah.
And that because that was a really good odds one. That was going to give me a little whatever. But it's fun though. What we have right now is we have things to gamble on during the day.
Oh, yesterday I was like, I was just in it.
Brazil turned a great weekend into a good weekend. Sorry.
Yeah.
These guys.
But guess what? I hold a grudge.
That's right, forever.
I'll root for them
And the great thing is,
every single match now.
Today, got 4 more games.
4 more games.
So tell me what your reaction was to Mexico and to the U.S.
Oh, the Mexico game. I mean, both of them were awesome. Mexico game was kind of weird. There are 3 red cards in that game.
Would that thing end up 9 on 10?
Yeah, 9 on 10. But Mexico, they didn't play as well as I thought they would. But I mean, that's a hard ass. The first game of the whole tournament, that place was going crazy. I mean, what a scene that was before the game.
Did you see when the entire crowd started chanting Canelo and he was out there?
Yeah, it was awesome.
And pumping his fist.
No, but I mean, they got off. I mean, they did what they needed to do. It does suck that you lose. You lose 2 players to red cards, and I don't know. I think they're going to be fine. I was pleased with both results. The difference was the United States looked dominant. Like that first half for the United States might have been the best half of soccer I've ever seen in a World Cup from the United States.
How good was the team they played?
Good. Paraguay is good.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, I mean they have every chance to advance. I mean, especially now, the fact that there was another kind of an upset on the other side with Turkey losing to Australia, because it was kind of, for me, is like Turkey and Paraguay were the 2 teams that I thought were going to advance with the United States.
Maybe not.
Australia looked really they stifled Turkey. It wasn't a pretty game, but they played phenomenal defense and had a couple of counterattacks and finished their opportunities. So that's going to be an interesting matchup next for the United States, taking on Australia.
It's Friday.
Yep. But every aspect of the United States game, I mean, there was like nobody that had a bad game, and it was just the thing about this team is like there's some swag. Mm-hmm. There's an identity that this team has, and we talked about it while you were gone, Stephen, is that the team just hadn't been put under pressure. I mean, the Gold Cup's fine, and these tournaments are fine.
They didn't qualify,
but there was no pressure games. Like we got to go to Mexico and get a result, or we got to go to Puerto Rico or Trinidad and Tobago, these tough places to play, and go on the road and get results. There was just none of that because they didn't have to qualify for the World Cup. So their mettle had never been tested, and when they came out, man, they were on fire. I mean, Pulisic looked dangerous. Dest looked dangerous. Balogun looked phenomenal up top.
Is it because Katy Perry performed right before the match?
Maybe. Could have been.
She's pregnant, by the way.
And the first goal they got was an own goal, but that was going to be a goal.
Yeah, no, that was
absolutely going to be a goal.
I mean, yeah, that was a.
And then they had, they scored another one. It was offsides, way early offsides. It was whatever. The rules are the rules, but they were just going and going.
Well, they consistent, just pressure from the get go, and it's like I love seeing that. That's
fun,
an identity.
It's fun kind of soccer to watch.
Well, yeah, and it's like they have legit talent. They have legit world-class talent.
Yeah, and Balogun can finish. Right? And that is so special.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Tillman was great. You know, he was a revelation kind of for that team. And McKinney played great. It's just like every aspect of that.
The scene was awesome. It looked great. It sounded great.
Oh, that place looked just.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I went down and watched in downtown Lee Summit. They had at their new, farmers market thing. They had an indoor-outdoor thing, bunch of stuff outside for kids. And I know there was a huge crowd down at Fan Fest. P&L had a good crowd. I think like Lenexa had. There was stuff all over. It was just fun. It was a fun night to be out, and it was a beautiful night around Kansas City. So it was a great day. Hopefully
you liked it, huh?
We end up having more great days. I know they had to bust the Fan Fest on Saturday night because of the weather.
They had to move the chain smokers.
Yeah, to this coming up weekend, which is, looked like they did it pretty early this time. That was right, because that would have been a bad news about 8 o'clock when that weather came howling through right there. Whew, that was not pretty. And a lot of liability. You've got thousands of people outside like
Someone
that.
texted me and said they're moving the chain smokers. I thought they were talking about a couple of people in our sales department moving their office.
Moving them down.
Like downtown. It's like, what?
Moving you downstairs.
I like these people.
Yeah. They moved him though, but yeah, let's.
U.S. was good though, huh?
U.S. was.
I can't believe Wemby walked off the pitch without shaking anyone's hands. So stupid. Why was he there?
He's young.
I do like this. Because Balogun, you've seen his story. He was born in America to parents from Nigeria who were living in England at the time, and then he played for England as a young player. But then he could have played for Nigeria or England.
Don't be texting into the show. Your day's tomorrow. You leave us alone. He's trying to get in on the soccer talk. He can't stand for anyone else to talk about soccer.
Oh, is he texting?
Oh, yeah. Oh. He's just got to get his 2 cents in.
Tomorrow it'll be old news and we won't talk about it at all.
That's right. Tomorrow is going to be all Royals.
Right now is when you talk about it. Talk about how awesome Mauricio Pochettino is. He is awesome. What a great hire that was.
He did make a point. Paraguay did beat Argentina in qualifying, which I mentioned that in one of our features we did. Because here's the thing about Paraguay. You just think about Brazil and Argentina down there in CONMEBOL. But to qualify through that, you did some real work.
Yeah.
Right? That's
what we were talking about. Like the United States didn't have to do that.
They didn't have to do that.
But they look stifled from the get-go. And it's awesome. They got that early goal and they just never let up. And I think that was the most impressive part for me is that you sometimes you get a 1-0 lead on a team like that. You kind of want to sit back and a lot of teams would do that.
What helps me now for my viewing pleasure, I needed a villain. And boy, do I have a Brazil. I had a perfect week. I had everything just lined up perfect.
You know what they did?
They perfect run over the weekend.
They just kind of showed up and rolled the hat out there, and they thought they're going to do something. But I was talking about Balogun, right? He's not born in America. So if you go look through these rosters, it's crazy because Curacao is a little place, right? It's a little bitty baby island.
It's the smallest country ever to make a World Cup.
So it is a Commonwealth or whatever of the Netherlands. So they have one player on their team who was actually born in Curacao. All the rest of them are born in the Netherlands, but they have grandparents and whatever. So that's kind of the way they do these rosters. And so I was looking at the Moroccan roster. I just spent I had a very fancy vacation over in Spain, just across the Mediterranean from Morocco.
Right.
Ton of their guys are born in Spain because there's a great big Moroccan influence in the southern part of Spain. Everything. So it's like, you get your grandparents, whatever. Are you good enough to play for Spain? Maybe not. But you know what? You get enough Spanish guys playing for Morocco, you might be pretty good.
Yeah, Morocco's really good.
Yeah, they are. So it's wild to kind of look these guys up and see where they're from and how they got to where they are. But I think Balogun is the difference for America. If they want to make a deep run, him scoring is going to be how they do it because, we know that Pulisic is awesome, but he's a wonderful passer. He can score as well.
He's a creator, but
they need a guy who can put the ball in the back of the
they
net.
do, but the health of Pulisic is because he came out and they said it's precautionary. He came out at halftime and whatnot.
There's no reason to keep playing.
Yeah, I hope that's why they took him out, So that's something to watch, but
it's a long tournament.
It is.
Yeah, you got to be ready to go. So it's going to be fun tomorrow. We've got our first match here. We've had all this fun. Now we get
Kansas
to be in the
City
party.
gets the door to open.
Speaking of gambling, did you still have to watch UFC 250 last night live from the White House?
I didn't.
Man,
I didn't participate in any of that.
I can't stay up that late on Sunday.
No.
Well, they do that to me.
Well, it also got delayed a little bit weather-wise. It would have been going
they did it
earlier,
because it was Trump's birthday.
I understand that, but me specifically, I can't stay up that late.
I know.
Sunday.
Trust me. I went to bed at the halftime of that Sweden game last night.
And so we just driven back from Branson.
You should have been back on Saturday from Branson. You need a buffer day. You got to have a buffer day.
No, and then we stayed later than we were gonna.
Of course, you'd late checkout. Let's have a meal.
I made up.
Let me spend
breakfast.
some money.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
so,
you stop at Fantastic Caverns on the way home.
Last time we did not stop anywhere. Everyone was ready to get back home because then I started we're not getting home until 7.
You didn't get home until 7 o'clock at night last night?
7:30.
Oh, my gosh, Steven. You got to get home and get relaxed.
Oh, and so then I told, I go, shoot, UFC 250s, I got to watch some of this. And so
I turned it on for a couple of minutes. I didn't. But every time I turned it on, it wasn't a fight.
Here's the deal.
Every fight was a knockout.
Here's the whole thing. All right. The main event was with their pound for pound number one, Ilia Topuria. And he was a pretty heavy favorite over Justin Gaethje. I think 5-1 or 6-1 when it closed. Gaethje beat the living hell out of him.
Yeah.
There was a couple of moments where Gaethje was in trouble, but just beat him to a pulp where they stopped it in between, his corner stopped it in between rounds between the fourth and the fifth. That's a pretty shocking upset.
Yeah,
that's
huge.
that's their
upset.
guy. Their number one guy.
I like Justin Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje, I mean, if he would have lost, depending on how he lost last night, that might have been it.
Yeah, he was the hot product a few years ago, right?
Finally, he's been a stud.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys.
Getting old though, right?
Yeah,
right. 37,
veteran.
But this was his chance to win the undisputed championship. He's one of those guys over the past decade. Okay, who's fighting? Gaethje. Okay, I'm watching.
Yeah, it's a battle.
Who's he fighting? Don't care.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. Dustin Poirier using Michael Chandler, who, by the way, if anyone out there is close to Michael Chandler, tell him to stop fighting.
It's over.
Stop this. He's got a family. Stop. But Justin Gaethje, that's his. I mean, I don't know. That's as shocking as you can get in a UFC fight.
I saw part of the one. Is that the guy who took his pants off the one time? Was he fighting last night?
Yeah, Derek Lewis.
Okay, did he win or lose?
He got
beat.
He
beat down.
He needs to stop.
He probably should have submitted. They had him in an armbar, and that's for the last time.
Hokett doesn't know how to finish a armbar.
Yeah.
Hokett is this guy now.
Hokett is wild.
He is
wild.
He has a
persona.
He has an alternate personality, supposedly, where he goes. No, seriously, he says, and he goes and says all this wild stuff. Like last night, he came in a Real American, and just he's.
Did you see him at the weigh-ins?
He
actually like he was drunk and
we need to look. He was a running back, a D1 running back somewhere.
Thrown up on himself.
Was it Fresno State? Look him, and he spent a year or two on a practice squad, but he was a running back.
He got big now,
right? A little bit bigger, but he turned himself into must watch because of his wild and bizarre press conferences. But he's also good.
Yeah.
But Derek Lewis, who, like you said,
Fresno State
once he took his pants off. Did he put up some numbers?
At Fresno State, I don't. He was on the practice squad for the Niners for 2 years, and then the Cardinals for a year.
Well, I mean, long enough to where he must have been pretty good at Fresno State.
Yeah, and he was a tight end fullback, and so he was with the Niners
H-back.
20 and 21, and then the Cardinals in 22. But yeah, that's.
But it's like come out for the wild interviews and then stay for the actual good fights.
Did you see his post game?
Oh, I felt bad for Derek Lewis.
That's about the 1 minute of that thing I saw.
But Jake, can you play that? He wants, he's asking if Derek Lewis is the guy that took his pants off. You remember why he took his pants off?
I do. I wasn't going to say it.
Well, but it's a situation that every person has gone through in their life.
Been there.
Every man, I think.
That's why you got to get those air-cooled seats.
But he lost.
Car.
Sean O'Malley fought. It was wild, dude. But again, I was gonna just for the heck of it, just put a little pinch on Justin Gaethje, but I fell asleep with my phone in my hand. Degenerate. Fell asleep with my phone in my hand, and then I woke up into the fight and fell asleep. Woke up, the fight was still going. Fell asleep. Then woke up. It was after midnight, and then Justin Gaethje, like,
oh, it was that late on this thing? Oh, my God.
That fight didn't start till like 11:15.
Why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hot. I understand.
Well, Rogan understand. We all understand.
Everybody gets it.
But yeah, I didn't, like a shocking upset, a gigantic upset, but it happened after midnight on a Sunday, so I didn't know if anyone was. I'd like to know how many people watched it. Wow. I was somewhat aware. But I was so out of it, I celebrated that I had won a bet
that you didn't,
and then I realized I did not place a bet, and I cursed myself out as I went back to sleep. Thank you, Kansas City. Back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
New Day with SSJ is brought to you by Walker Medical Linen Service. Locally owned, HLAC certified, and trusted by Kansas City's top hospitals and clinics. Walker Medical Linen Service. Clean you depend on. Online at walkermls.com.
Four-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.